Packer media availabilities this week where the debate was whether the players are going to wear sleeves or not wear sleeves. Some of them said they're just going to go out there in sleeves, while some of the running backs specifically said they're going to go sleeveless to get a better feel for the ball, and that was also, Marty, an advantage the Packers talked about this week, getting to practice outside of this cold weather. But yeah, the field is heated. That's pretty neat. There are a lot of little quirks here at Lambeau Field. You'll see a lot of them tonight at 8 o'clock.
Great. Okay, we'll look forward to that. Mike Pelton reporting live from toasty Green Bay. We all know that it's very cold in Green Bay in the Midwest, and here to tell us about the temperatures here in or what we're expecting actually for tomorrow in Green Bay is Janu. Hi, Janu.
Hey, Marty. Yeah, well, this is the playoff game forecast. It is cold there. We're expecting mostly cloudy skies, no snow, but take a look at this. High temperature of 0 degrees. I would be pouring my hot chocolate on top of myself.
Yeah.
Now, bringing it back to the Bay Area, we are waking up to some areas of fog. It is another spare the air day, 5th consecutive day, 27th actually since November 1st. This is what temperatures look like this morning. 46 degrees if you're heading out the door in San Francisco, low 40s for Oakland, San Jose, mid 30s in Concord, Livermore checking in at 38 degrees and a degree below freezing in Santa Rosa at 31. We'll take a look at how the day is going to shape up, as well as perhaps a chance of rain in the forecast coming up in just a bit. Marty?
Thank you, Johnny. We have new developments to tell you about this morning. A 7-year-old Antioch girl is safe with her family after being kidnapped last night. Police arrest 42-year-old David Douglas in connection with that abduction. Police are saying that Douglas
and experience unrivaled customer service and exceptional product knowledge.
Welcome back to KRON 4 News Weekend. Time right now, 8:16. This is a view as you approach the Bay Bridge Toll Plaza. You can see plenty of sunshine out there. It is a chilly start to the day, especially in the North Bay, but we're expecting lots of sunshine later today. Mild afternoon, actually, for the weekend. 60s on the board once again. Now, as we start the work week, we're expecting cooler temperatures. Also going to see an increase in cloud cover, and it looks like we have a slight chance of rain in the forecast finally by about midweek. Now, as for visibility, it's been pretty low at SFO, down to about 1/10 of a mile, just under a mile in Half Moon Bay, 2 miles in Novato. We are expecting clearer conditions just in another hour or so. As for temperatures, below freezing in Santa Rosa at 31 degrees, 32 degrees if you're heading out the door in Novato, mid 40s in Half Moon Bay, and waking up to low 40s in San Jose. This is what your afternoon highs look like. Mid 60s for Fremont, Mountain View, upper 60s for Cupertino, Los Gatos, 69 degrees expected for Evergreen. Antioch topping out at about 64 degrees, mid 60s for Pittsburgh, upper 60s for those of you in Castro Valley. We're looking at mid 60s at the coast today and mid to upper 60s in the North Bay. So 67 degrees the high for Petaluma, 68 degrees expected for Santa Rosa. Taking a look at satellite and radar, we still have high pressure in place here, keeping things dry and mild, but we are expecting low pressure to push in, bringing us that chance at showers Tuesday into Wednesday. We're not expecting much with this system, maybe less than 1/10 of an inch, but this is what your 7-day looks like. We're looking at cooler temperatures as we start off the week with that chance of rain on Wednesday, and then overcast skies as we wrap up the work week with cooler conditions. Marty?
Thank you, Johnny. Well, it's January 4th. Have you already done away with your resolutions? If you need some help getting organized with your New Year's resolutions, Kevin Blum has some help. He's from Yelp, and he's going to break down how...
6102.
We're back on KRON 4 News Weekend, and yet another spare the air day in the Bay Area. With here details on that, here's Janu Arasu. Hi, Janu.
Hey, Marty. Yeah, it's the 5th consecutive in a row, 27th since November 1st. This is the view from our roof camera. You can see clear skies here. We are dealing with some areas of patchy fog, mainly along the coast. It has been a chilly start to the morning as well. Still sitting below freezing in Santa Rosa at 31 degrees, 34 degrees if you're heading out the door in Novato, upper 40s for those of you in Daly City, 40 degrees currently in Oakland, and 42 degrees in Fremont. Now, afternoon highs are going to be another round of mild temperatures, mainly 60s across the board. So this is what they look like. 64 degrees for those of you in Antioch this afternoon, upper 60s for Oakland, 65 degrees here in San Francisco, mid 60s in Half Moon Bay, and about 68 degrees expected for Santa Rosa. Now, for those of you that are headed out this evening, we're going to feel those winds pick up, especially in the higher elevation. So it's going to be breezy, mostly clear skies. Temperatures by 8 p.m. dropping down to the 50s. 60s. So if you're headed out here in San Francisco, 53 degrees, 54 in Oakland, and about 52 degrees for San Jose. Now we finally have some rain to talk about. We'll talk about that coming up in my full forecast. Marty?
Thank you, Janu. A person in Santa Clara County has died of the flu, and KRON 4's Philippe Jagal spoke with county health officials who say that this...
Cody, let's get some breakfast. You drive.
I traded the car for the tattoo. Oh.
It is 8:45. Let's go ahead and check in with Janu for the forecast. Hi, Janu.
Hey, Marty. This is the view from our Mount Tam camera. You can see it's a little bit breezy up there. We are also dealing with some patchy fog, but for the weekend, cold mornings, mild afternoons. We have another round of 60s for the afternoon highs. As we start your work week, we're expecting an increase in cloud cover. Temperatures are going to cool off a bit just ahead of a system headed our way by about midweek. So we finally have a little bit of rain to talk about. Before we get to that, let's talk about visibility. Still down to about a 1/10 of a mile at SFO, 3/10 of a mile in Half Moon Bay, Redwood City, about 9 in Novato. So clearer conditions in the North Bay, but chillier conditions there. So Santa Rosa, still a degree below freezing at 31 degrees, 36 degrees if you're heading out the door in Novato, freezing in Vallejo at 32, and waking up to low 40s in San Jose. This is what your afternoon highs look like. It's going to be another mild afternoon. 67 degrees for Redwood City, Cupertino, 68 degrees expected for Campbell, 69 degrees for those of you in Evergreen. Antioch topping out at 64 degrees, mid 60s for Concord, upper 60s expected for Pleasanton, 66 degrees the high for Hayward. Downtown San Francisco getting into the mid 60s, same for Ocean Beach, topping out at 64 degrees, and we're looking at mainly upper 60s in the North Bay. So if you're headed up to Wine Country Napa, topping out at 67 degrees this afternoon. Now taking a look at satellite and radar, we still have high pressure in place here, keeping things dry and mild, but we have low pressure headed our way. So we finally have a little bit of rain to talk about by about midweek, Tuesday into Wednesday. We're not expecting much with this system, maybe less than a 1/10 of an inch, but finally some rain to talk about. Time right now is 8:46. Let's check in with Jan.
All right, thank you, Janu. This is an amazing place. Stephen Sondheim wrote the words and music, 14 songs to Roadshow. It's about two wild brothers. I'm telling you, these